Welcome to Wrestling in 60, presented by Cliff Keen Athletic.
We're on to 165. Tyler Morland for Northwestern against Carson Brolsma.
Really aggressive to start off, and a takedown within 10 seconds for Morland. Morland, who had a great performance last time out against Bo Pfeiffer of Penn State in place of the ill Vincenzo Joseph. Again, Morland, who is in his first year as part of the Northwestern lineup, had a bit of an injury after his first couple of outings and has really come back really strong. The Brighton, Michigan native.
He wasn't even 100% for that matchup against Penn State.
And he really performed well against Pfeiffer, who finished second to Jason Nolf because he was a 157-pounder. I believe he was at the Southern Scuffle. So Morland really wrestling there well. And he wrestled well against Evan Wick, took a couple shots, was eventually disqualified due to 5 stalling calls in the Friday night's duel, but comes out strong with a quick takedown in this 165 matchup against Brolsma.
Brolsma 15-5 at 165. He earned a ranked win against Illinois against number 19 Joey Gunther in a 3-2 decision. And Morland showing that if Brolsma could beat a ranked wrestler, Morland could be right up there. The way he's wrestled against Bo Pfeiffer and how he started this first period halfway in, up 2-0, and has that riding time basically as much as time has elapsed because of how quickly that takedown was.
This is really the start that Morland needed, obviously. I'm not saying anything groundbreaking here, but the 10-second takedown plus riding him out has really started this in a way that Morland has wanted.
Brolsma hasn't yet even had a glimpse of an escape.
Under a minute left in the first period now.
Finally gets to his feet. Morland trying to bring him back down, and he does. But there's the escape finally for Brolsma. Now it's 2-1 for Morland, although he does have a sizable riding time chunk at 2:07.
Love to get a 2-minute plus riding time advantage in the first period.
30 seconds to go in this first period. See if Morland can get another takedown. $20 seconds now. They'll come back towards the middle after being pushed to the edge.
Under 10 seconds now left. Thinking about a shot, but it looks like we're going to end the first period with a 2-1 advantage in favor of Tyler Morland at Northwestern.
At the end of the first period,
Northwestern obviously needs some more points on the board, down 6, but any bonus points at this stage leave them in a decent stretch.
This is really one of the pivotal matches of the entire duel. Morland is wrestling well, as we mentioned. He starts on top in the second period, looks to further that riding time advantage. Now it's 2:13 and climbing.
Brolsma on his feet and escapes once more. So on the board, he'll tie the score at 2-2. Although, again, 2:27 of riding time for Morland. But now a chance for Brolsma to get his first takedown. Just over 30 seconds gone in the second period. Morland, the only person with a takedown in this one so far.
A really great evasive move by Morland here, trying to circle back in and trying to get a takedown here of Brolsma. Nothing awarded as of yet.
Brolsma trying to keep Morland in. Flips Morland. Morland still reverses that into a takedown. Really strong wrestling there from Morland.
Very, very strong. Getting another takedown here in the second period. He was obviously in a difficult position there, was literally on his head, and was able to come back around and bring Brolsma back down to the mat. 4-2 is the lead in favor of Morland.
Morland just flashing all that potential. That gets him into the lineup as a redshirt first year. There's the escape for Brolsma. So it's 4-3 for Morland. Again, has 2:46 of riding time, 30 seconds left to go. Think of it as 5-3. Takedown for Brolsma would tie things up. 20 seconds to go. Still a period after this one. See if either wrestler goes for something in the closing seconds.
Riding time obviously locked up for Morland with a 2:46 advantage here.
5 seconds left. And that'll do it. We're all set up for a very enticing final period. Morland up 4-3 with some riding time, as you mentioned, is locked up. So Brolsma needs a takedown to tie things, and then
to tie things, nice, pun intended.
Yes. But it'll be tough for Brolsma because Morland's going to start on the bottom in this final period.
Caution awarded, a little bit of an early start.
So either need to get some near fall points, which you imagine would be hard to come by given how close things have been between these two, or might need to cut Morland loose and get very aggressive.
I'd imagine that would be the play, and it is. 6 seconds out, and Morland is out.
He leads 5-3. That riding time gives him a 6-3 lead. So Brolsma will need a takedown, maybe 2 or 3, depending on how many escapes he's willing to concede. .30 seconds gone in the final frame. Morland up effectively by 3. His defensive wrestling has been very good. Every time Brolsma goes after him, just getting right out of the way. There's the legs, though, for Brolsma. Morland still holding strong, but finally the takedown, the first of the bout. So now it's tied up at 5-5 on the board. Again, Brolsma is down by 1, needs to cut him, like you said. He will. And then he'll go right at it again near the edge. But Morland turned it right around. No points awarded. Under a minute to go. This one's heating up. Morland in a tight spot on the edge of the circle. He's being stretched out in both directions. No takedown yet, and there it is. It's now 7-6. It's tied up, given the riding time for Morland. 30 seconds to go. Cutting him would...
No, you can't cut him.
Yeah, he can't cut him. He's got to ride this out and see if we can go to overtime. An escape here for Morland, though, would win it, so that's what's going down in the last 15 seconds. Morland trying to steal this one. 10 seconds to go. Morland can't get that handoff. Now 5. Almost on his feet. But that does it. A thrilling final period. And we're locked up at 7-7, factoring in that riding time for Tyler Morland. And we'll go to overtime.
It was a great final period by Brolsma. It was really to take advantage. Morland had been so defensive throughout the entire duel, but he was able to get a couple of shots in there and tie this one up at 7-7. We move to overtime now between Morland and Brolsma.
Morland had more takedowns in that bout, but Brolsma had the last one. Last 2. Takedown will win it. Morland has it and drives him down, and there's the takedown.
What a great comeback from Tyler Morland. Gets put on his feet a little bit in the third period, comes out in overtime, and in 18 seconds is able to take down Brolsma and get the victory for Northwestern in a 165-pound bout.